Zillow has stopped buying houses. Now, what does this really mean? Zillow is the largest real estate company in the world, and if they say that they're gonna stop buying houses, does that mean you should too? Does that mean I should? Today we're gonna find out. As a real estate investor myself, I noticed that as I was buying houses, a lot of websites like Zillow, Opendoor, OfferPad, they would be offering on these homes, and they're called iBuyers. They buy from the internet. And these iBuyers were offering insane amounts for these homes, which honestly only made sense if they were planning to keep it for the long term. Their specific business model was trying to match something like CarMax. So what CarMax did for cars, where car owners would just take their cars and go to CarMax and CarMax would buy it, they were trying to do that for homes. But if you've been following the news, Zillow's failed. They were trying to compete with OfferPad and Opendoor when in reality, that wasn't what they were good at. And because they shut down their home buying operations, Zillow Offers, a lot of people have taken it upon themselves to believe that the next market crash is coming. Now, I believe different. What you really have to look at was the fundamental business idea behind Zillow Offers. Now, let me give you an example. As an investor, I'm always looking for houses and I'm always making offers. And sometimes I would come across these sellers and you talk to a seller, let's say a home after fixing up is worth $300,000. Now that means I would try to buy the home, I don't know, somewhere close to $200,000 so that I have enough room to do the rehab, pay all the commissions and closing costs and all that stuff and still make some profit for myself. Well, then there's Zillow, and then there was also OfferPad and Opendoor, and they were literally, and some still are, offering these homeowners $310,000, $320,000 to buy the home as is. So they were severely overpaying for these properties. Now in my head, they would only try to do that for one of two reasons. One is to be the CarMax of houses. These companies wanted to be the go-to company to go to when a home seller wanted to sell their home quickly. The second reason why I think they would want to do that would be to just hold these homes for the long term and just bet on the appreciation. I mean, these big companies, especially Zillow, they have the data. Will it be profitable to bet on appreciation? Their data probably tells them that. But their model instead was to flip these homes, or to buy these homes, maybe fix them up a little bit or not, and then just relist them. And what they found is that a lot of these homes that they were buying, they had to end up selling at a much lower price than what they bought it for, which is not a good business model. It's never a good idea to buy something high and sell it low. But yet that's exactly what they were doing. Now let's look at the actual numbers and the data and the press release that Zillow released, because I want to go in depth at it to kind of support my idea. So let's start with the press release that Zillow actually shared with the public. First sentence here, let's read it together. Zillow Group today announced consolidated financial results for the months ended September 30th, and its plan to wind down Zillow Offers, the company's iBuying service in which Zillow acts as the primary purchaser and seller of the home. So this is pretty much Zillow's division on buying and selling homes, Zillow Offers. And immediately they had said that they're planning to wind down Zillow Offers, and their reason being is the next sentence. We've determined the unpredictability in forecasting home prices far exceeds what we anticipated, and continuing to scale Zillow Offers would result in too much earnings and balance sheet volatility, which makes sense. Zillow was having trouble forecasting home prices in the next 6 to 12 months because they were trying to determine, what they could resell the homes for. And this next quote from their CEO makes sense. So he said, "While we built and learned a tremendous amount operating Zillow Offers, it served only a small portion of our customers." So yeah, Zillow's core business is getting estimates for home values and also just providing leads for agents. They were stepping out of their core business and what they were good at, which should be a good reminder to every business owner out there to stick with what they know. But here's where it gets interesting, and here's what I really wanted to share with you. Zillow's third quarter financial results had a write-down of inventory of approximately $304 million. And this was a result of purchasing homes in quarter three, listen to this, at higher prices than the company's current estimates of future selling prices. And that's exactly what I described. What this is saying is that, remember that story I told you about how Zillow was offering $320,000 for homes that were gonna be worth $300,000 after fixing up? Well, that's what that sentence says. It says that Zillow was being dumb and overpaying for all these properties, which makes sense why there was a massive loss. No business makes sense at all if you are overpaying and trying to sell stuff that you bought at a lower price than what you bought it for. So look, let's take a look at the financials really quick. I'm not gonna go super in depth because I know it might just go over your head, but let's look at it really quick. These are all in thousands. So Zillow Offers in revenue made about $1.1 billion for them in the last 3 months. Now, as you can see, as far as their other revenue sources, Zillow Offers is its biggest revenue source as a company. And look, even if Zillow is making the most revenue from their Zillow Offers segment, doesn't mean that it's gonna be profitable for the long term. It just isn't. That business model does not work. And as you hear more of this news about Zillow, you might start to really think to yourself, what if Zillow really did end their home buying segment because they think the market's gonna crash? Well, the numbers say that that's not the reason. The numbers say, and the data says, that it's because it was just a bad business model. So there you have it. That's all I really have to say about Zillow ending their home buying segment. I'm happy they did because it just wasn't a good business model for them, and it results in me having one less competitor to compete with on buying houses because they were offering insane prices, and it's really hard to compete with that. I really just did not understand how that model was gonna be profitable for them. And turns out that I was right and a lot of other investors are right, it wasn't profitable. So that's what's been going on. I don't anticipate a crash in the next 6 to 12 months. But again, you never know. That's just my opinion. I'm not an economist by any means, but that's just what I see. And that's what I can also see from Zillow's actual data and their financials. As I've learned as a finance guy before, the numbers don't lie. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more content like this, I make a lot of content about real estate, money, and self-development, and if you want more content like this, please subscribe to the channel and comment down below just to say hello. I'll see you at the next one.